Welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you're new. So today I'm going to do something fun and something that I've also been putting off a little bit, in the sense that I'm going to organise my washing. So I have been doing a year in my life journal, and most of the weeks take 2 pages, but week 9 took 3. And it's the only time it's happened. I've either took 2 or 4 or something like that. But anyway, I ended up with a blank page, and I didn't want to continue on to week 10. I wanted to have it on the same double spread. And I was thinking about what I wanted to do with it. And it came to me in my opening part of the journal. I had a sort of moment in time that represented me. And I thought it would be fun to capture a moment in time of my favourite stationery. And I decided to do washi. Now, I might do the rest of the stationery that I own at some point, I don't know. But it depends what pages I have blank. But I decided to do washi on this page. And I figured while I was going to do a little spread about my current favourite washis, I would take the opportunity to organise my washi, because it had got a bit messy and sort of put back everywhere. And the containers that I keep them in, which I love, by the way, and I'll link below if you're interested in getting some. I got them on Amazon, and if you know me and followed my channel for a while, you'll know the very long struggle I went through of trying to find the perfect washi storage. But anyway, yes. So I'm going to take the opportunity to organise them, and it needed a good dust out, and I just did that, and it was great to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, essentially turn something in that I was putting off, that I couldn't be bothered doing, into something fun by making a little spread. I have been thinking a lot about my washi collection, and if you'll notice here, I have 2 of things. I did that because I had a hoarder mentality, and I really wanted to not run out. But because I love washi so much, and I've now discovered a new shop where I love their washi, Hubman and Chubgirl, and I just feel like I'm always getting new things. I don't want to stop getting new things. You know, it's not a case that I'm going to say, okay, I'm not buying anything new until I use what I have. That's never going to happen. So it's very unlikely that I'm going to get to a stage where I run out of washis, given that some of them, like for example, the Christmas ones, I'm only going to use once a year or something like that. Now, my MT matte grey washi I use constantly, and have ran out of it before, but it's easy to buy replacements for it. It's not a one-off. What made me hoard the Coffee Monsterz Co ones are they are collectibles. She doesn't release the same washi twice. However, she sometimes releases the same theme in a new version. And it took me a long while to talk myself into it, and I actually just ordered in the pre-order from June that she has her annual pre-order once a year, and I only bought 1 of the ones that I wanted, and I'm proud of myself for that. Yep, so this is my little pile that I currently own, and as you can see, I have plenty. I don't need to be buying multiples of things, and I have talked myself into just buying 1. Because another thing is, whenever I run out, I also, you know, I've used it, I've got pleasure out of it, I'll have used it for a very long period of time, and I'll want to use something different. I'll not be like, oh, I wish I could use the 4 biomes washi that I have already used in multiple themes multiple times. And I don't know, I've really took a while to talk myself out of hoarder mentality, and I'm going to make myself do a de-stash at some point. But for now, I'm just organising, I'm not de-stashing, and I decided to organise them in colour, well, sort of. So everything here runs from purples to blues, and then I do another drawer that has the browns and greys and stuff like that. And I also want to leave some empty drawers for my collection to grow, so I put all the washis together that I don't really use very much into one tray, and left some of the front rows blank so that I can expand my collection. But yeah, whenever I move into my new studio up the stairs, I'm currently decorating one, and I want to do a de-stash and do a further review of my stuff. But having them all organised like this and ready to go will help the de-stash go smoother, because I can just lift out organised drawers and decide which ones I want to keep and not keep. And when I think about it, there's probably some of these washis that I should never have bought, like that little pile of 3 pink ones that you're looking at. As much as they're lovely and I went into collector mode because I love the Coffee Monsterz Co. so much. I also know my own style and my own taste and what I gravitate towards. So really, I don't think it is a case that you should never buy extra washi. There are some people that buy extra washies because it's not a I don't want to run out mentality. It's a collector mode. And they like to have one that they keep in the wrapping that they never open as a collection, and that's fine. But for me, my collection is displayed within my planners. I can open the planners and look at the washi there. And when I think about it, I could have spent the money that I spent on getting a second and sometimes third roll of washi on something else that could have went within my planners. So I have thought long and hard about it, and I really think for me that I've come to the right decision, but that's the key for me. So don't feel like I'm saying that you're not allowed to buy 6 if you want, but do what suits you. Don't do it from fear of running out, and don't do it from this is really pretty but I have no intention of ever using it. Which again, I suppose you can do if you really want, but I wouldn't advise you to, because think about what you could have spent your money on. Something that if you want to spend your money on a roll of washi that you can look at, on a roll of washi that you'll actually use. And that is my TED Talk for today. Sorry. I didn't mean actually to go into a tangent, but it's me, and going into tangents is my thing apparently. So anyway, I've finished off the purple and blue tray, and I'm going to move on. This washi that I'm currently sorting is new to my collection. It's from Hubman and Chubgirl, like I was mentioning earlier. It's a new shop I've discovered, and I want to definitely expand that collection. So I made sure that I kept some space for that, for it to grow. And then that's another thing, storage. It's another point about keeping washis. Do I want to buy another one of these trays eventually when I run out of room and end up with tons and tons of trays to display? Or do I want to have less trays but have plenty of room for all the things that I actually use? And for me, I have never been a hoarder. It's crazy. I've never been someone, even before it was trendy to declutter. When I was a young girl, I never kept things just because I might use them in the future. And it's funny because my mum was never like that at all. My mum is such a hoarder and it drives me mad, and it drives my dad mad as well. But if I'm giving something away, she'll be the first one to say, "Me, yes, I'll keep that." And she has so much stuff just in case. It really makes me laugh. But anyway, everybody's different and you have to do what makes you happy. And I don't function in clutter. I really don't. I never have. Doing my house up and the way my office looks at the minute with like tins of paint beside me is driving me insane, and I have to keep telling myself it won't be like that forever. So yes, I have all my washi lovely and organised now, and I am going to start creating the spread, which is the fun bit. So I'm using this stencil, which I've used consistently throughout this journal, to do 2023 current favourites, and I had to choose current favourites and not just say favourites in general, because it would have made it too hard to pick. So I'm going with, in this year, in this moment in time, what is my favourite, and that's an N60 Tombow and an N75. So yeah, I'm just going to get this set up. I will let you enjoy me struggling to choose, and you'll see at the end which ones are my faves, and I'm actually going to pick a number 1 out of them too.
If just for a minute I'd fall asleep and not dream about you, admit it. I'm out of ideas, I don't know what to do. Most of the times I think I'll make it through, but all that it takes is one image of you and it shivers. Nobody knows the way it shivers. Nobody knows. It hurts just a little when I'm with my friends and we drink till we're done. Yeah. So I can't remember how it would feel to wake up in that bed right beside you. All of the memories I tried to erase just comes back when I'm sober and I see that face and it shivers. Nobody knows the way it shivers. Nobody knows because it shivers. It's cold and it's dark without you in my arms. Yeah, it shivers, it hurts.
And I'm all organised with space in between for the collection to grow, and I really thoroughly enjoy doing that little spread, and it'll be fun to look back on. I might recreate it maybe in a few years rather than next year, because I'm a bit too predictable to change so soon, but we'll see, I don't know. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this today and I've inspired you to sort your own out and maybe pick some favourites. But until next time, take care and I'll speak to you soon.